Coming up on the Suze Orman Show.
A woman who is so paralyzed by fear that she can't open up her bills until tonight. Who is this one from?
It's from Chase, my credit card.
How much do you owe? And you ask me, can I afford it?
I want to buy a green show horse hunter jumper as an investment for additional income. Green meaning younger and minimal training.
I was so afraid that when you said green, I was going to literally see a green horse. Hi, everybody. I'm Suze Orman, and you are watching The Suze Orman Show. Tonight, I have a question for you. Do you feel overwhelmed when your bills come in, so much so that you cannot even open them? You know, whenever I go into somebody's home and I see a stack of unopened bills, I know that is somebody who dwells in fear. They are just so afraid to look at their money. If you're like that, I'm here to tell you, you are not alone. Many people are afraid, and that is the case with my one-on-one tonight. Kimberly is so overwhelmed, she won't even open them. Kimberly is coming to us from Denver, Colorado. She's 46 and a secretary at a helicopter repair company. She has worked there for over 20 years. In fact, that's where she met her second husband, Scott. They've been married for 8 years. Kimberly has 3 children from her first marriage, ages 30, 17, and 13. But here's the problem. Kimberly is so overwhelmed. She has piles of unopened envelopes in a house that is otherwise spick and span and highly organized. So, Kimberly, describe to me, when you go to these bills that you just have not opened, that they're just sitting around there, what happens? What is the physical reaction that happens when you go to open them up?
Sometimes I feel sick to my stomach. A lot of times I'll scan through them to see if it's something that would come in from like jury duty or something that obviously cannot sit there. But if it's the other bills, I don't even want to open them. I just have that fear.
Your fear, and is your fear of when you open them, what are you going to see if you open them?
That something there or something more than what I can afford to pay.
And then in your mind, it's better to either just not pay it or pay any amount and send in a check to it regardless of whether it covers the bill or not.
A lot of times I have an idea only because from the past, or I will go there and ask them what if it be my credit card, I'll ask them what my minimum payment is and I'll pay the minimum payment. Or sometimes it's hard to even ask if there's people around standing behind me. I'll just pay what I think it is, whether it's the correct amount or not.
And when did this start? Was this true your entire life, or is this a behavior that started when?
You know, probably I'm guessing like a year and a half ago, and it wasn't till I started, after reading your book and talking with your producer, that I realized I think it started about the time that my mom had a stroke and had to be put in a memory care unit. And it just seemed like I was so busy anyways, and then to add that on top of it, I just felt like there was not enough time. It just felt too overwhelming.
So up until the point that your mom got ill and you had to put her in a home, you were responsible, you were able to open up these bills, everything was going great for you, you had more money than you needed at that moment in time, is that correct?
I'm not saying I had more than I needed, but I did open them. It wasn't an issue. I'd open them and pay them, but that wasn't an issue then that I remember at all.
All right, and then your mom goes in and everything stops for you at that point. You don't want to deal with reality at all.
Correct.
Do you have a hard time dealing with the reality that your mother is in a home?
Yeah, it's really hard.
And does that make it that you don't want to deal with anything?
You know, it could be. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the reason behind it is. It's a house that I grew up in. I had to go back and clean it out with help. Some of my family members, or a good portion, I guess they all showed up, except for one that lives in Indiana, to help clean out the house. But then it was up to me. We went through, my son painted it. We fixed things that were broke or needed fixed and then had to put it on the market. That was hard. That was my home, and I took the only thing she had left.
And so you put your mother in this home, your life changes at that moment in time, and that is the trigger as to you don't want to deal with your life, you don't want to open up any envelopes, you don't want to do anything from that point on.
Correct.
One might look at that and say to you that your mother is the only thing and person you ever loved, that even though you were very, very poor when, you were growing up, at least she was there for you, she loved you, you knew she would take care of you, and she was your source of strength that kept you going. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, yes.
And then when we lose that and you see what happened to your mother, and you model yourself as you are identical to your mother, that when you see the outcome is so hopeless, as you're seeing that for your mother, you have lost all hope to want to live and deal with anything. Would you say that is correct?
Yes.
Would you also possibly then be able to realize that is the reason that you're not able to or want to deal with life anymore? Because the one person that you counted on and that was there for you, you're the one now who has to take care of her, and it's totally disrupted your mindset and your ability to even function. Does that
Yes.
ring true?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your mother went on in life and did what she needed to do. And do you think she did that when you were younger? Do you think she did that for herself, or did she do that for her kids? Because she loved her kids more than anything. Why do you think she worked and did what she did?
I'm sure she did it for us kids.
That's kids.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And you are grateful to her because she did that. You now have children, and you still have responsibility to some of those children because some of them are still young.
Yes.
If your mother had given up and not opened the bills and not paid attention to life because her mother got sick and whatever it may be, you wouldn't have gotten everything that you needed to be able to feed yourself and clothe yourself and to be raised in the love. So if you can't do this for yourself, can you now take on the role of your mother and, at least for now, do it for your children?
I'd like that. I'd like to set a good example for them. I'd like to teach them more than I know.
But you also would like to know that you are taking care of them like your mother took care of you.
Yes.
To do that, you have to open up the bills. To do that, you have to pay the bills on time. And to do that, they have to see their mother be strong and be able to be a role model to do anything. Because if you think that you are not transferring this fear right now to your children, you absolutely are. Because they can see you and they can see how afraid you are, and they're going to go, oh my God, and when my mom ever gets sick, I'm not going to be able to do anything either. That is the money memory that you are creating for your children. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Is that something that you really want to do?
No.
With all this said, I'm still extremely concerned that your husband is not helping you out. And I understand that he's probably come to you and he has said to you, Kimberly, please let me help you. He makes more money than you. Let me do this. And you won't let him in to do so. Can you tell me why you won't accept help from your husband?
I have, but I won't go ask for help. It still falls back to, I feel like it's my responsibility, that I should be able to take care of myself, my kids, and contribute towards our bills, it's just really hard to ask for help. I've never been able to do that.
All right, so Kimberly, there's a thing about women, and we all have it. Women give of ourselves more than we give to ourselves, number one. And number two, we always take care of our children before we take care of ourselves. Sometimes we won't change for ourselves, but we'll definitely change for our children. So just at this point in time, I only want you to keep your children in your mind and in your focus. And every time you don't do that which you know you should do, I want you to think to yourself how you are hurting your children. Now, we asked you to bring with you all of the envelopes that you have not opened. Can you show me them? As you are holding them, keep them up, hold them in both hands. As you are holding them, can you first tell me how long of a period of time do those envelopes represent?
Months.
Months. As you are holding them, what does it feel like?
Overwhelming, embarrassing.
And why are you embarrassed? Because you haven't opened them or because you don't have the money to pay them? Which is the embarrassing moment?
That I haven't opened them. These things have been paid. It's just, I don't look at them. It's like my credit card. There could be bills on there or charges on there that aren't mine. And I wouldn't know that because I haven't even looked at it.
Because you don't honor yourself enough or care about yourself enough to even see what's happening in your own life. So, Kimberly, hold your bills up again for me one more time. And I want you to take out 3 or 4 bills, just by random even, and take them out right now and hold those up in front of you. Any 4, any 3. Okay. All right, now you've gone from holding all the bills to just a few. Is this even harder than holding all of them?
Yeah, because I feel like it means now I have to open them.
Are you willing to open one of them with me here with you right now?
Sure.
Open the bill. Who is it from?
Care Credit.
All right, and how much do you owe? And later, when wanting something, ask me, can I afford it?
My wife thinks we can't afford it.
Between you and me, you're the one who loves Disney World, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had a feeling. Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Now, we asked you to bring with you all of the envelopes that you have not opened. Can you show me them? Are you willing to open one of them with me here with you right now?
Sure.
All right, pick one. And before you open it, take a look at it. Do you know who it's from?
Yes.
All right. Do you have an idea of the amount of money it's going to say that you owe on it?
Not sure which one it is. We've paid some on this one. So.
All right. So I want you to take it. How do you feel at this moment?
Nervous.
Nervous. I want you to open the bill. Look at it as you're opening it. Look at it. Hold it. Hold it in your hand. Open the bill. Put your glasses on. Good. You're doing great. Open the bill. Who is it from?
Care Credit.
All right. And how much do you owe?
$2,500.
And is this, do you owe $2,500 because this is past
No, that's
due?
my balance on it.
That's your balance. So you owe $2,500. Did you have any idea that you owed $2,500?
I had an idea that we owed some on it because.
All right, just keep breathing and go here with me. You are now looking at a bill. How are you feeling?
Nervous.
Nervous, but is it better for you that you're seeing what's real versus
Right, yeah.
imagining what was in there?
Yeah.
All right, so you feel better with that. Open up one more for me quickly. Who is this one from?
It's from Chase, my credit card.
How much do you owe?
$25,000.
$25,000 on this one. Is that more or less than you thought?
This is more. I have paid on this like $20,000. So there's a balance.
How old is this bill?
This is from. This one's from the first of the year.
So this bill is really a year old, because here we are in 2014, and it's giving you the balance as of January 2013.
Correct.
But you've already paid $20,000 down on it, because you took a loan according to your paperwork from your 401k. So this one isn't as bad, but you're not even seeing the truth.
Correct.
How do you feel now?
It feels better to open it and actually see it instead of just wondering, because in my mind,
Yeah. Bingo. I want you to stay in touch with that. It feels better to open it and how you feel right now, because your voice is stronger, you look stronger. I need you to stay in touch with how you feel when you open something versus when you don't, because my dear Kimberly, the known is always less scary than the unknown. The known is always less scary than the unknown. Here is your assignment. I want you to go home, and I want you to open every single one of these envelopes. And I want you to take the ones that are still current, the latest ones. Get rid of all the ones that go back over a year. And I want you to put them up on your refrigerator for everybody to see. I want you to look at them every time you go into the refrigerator. I want your husband to see what's on your refrigerator. From this moment on, you will then take the bills that you can pay, and you will write checks for them, and you will pay them. The bills that you cannot pay, there's nothing we can do about it until the money comes in, unless you are willing to ask your husband for help. Now, hopefully he will see these bills and he will ask to be able to help you, and you will hopefully accept it. Once you have paid the bills, from this point on, every time a bill comes in, I want you to immediately open it and immediately pay it. If you cannot immediately pay it, as soon as you've opened it, it needs to go on to the refrigerator until you pay it. Are you willing to do that exercise?
yes.
That is what I want you to do. After you have done that for about 1 month, I want you to call back and let's talk to the producers and let's see where you are at that point in time. So that is the only homework that you need to do. I want you to stay in touch with how you felt. You felt better after having opened just two bills. You felt better, right?
Right.
Think how you will feel when you open them all. Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
I would like to buy a MacBook Pro and a new Nikon camera.
And you also have $24,000 in student loans.
That's right.
You forgot. Did you forget about those? Also,
I want to join a sorority in college. The new member fee is $500 and then $300 for each semester.
so it's not like you're really working for this money. Daddy's giving it to you, correct?
Yes.
Just so we're clear on the definition of work.
what do you want to buy?
Back-to-back cruises. Join a sorority in college.
Green show horse.
All right, my friends, this is the time for the Can I Afford It segment. This is where you call in, you tell me what it is you want to buy. And oh yes, I will tell you if you can afford it or not. Emily, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. Thanks for taking my call. I would like to buy a MacBook Pro and a new Nikon camera. The cost for both is about $2,688.
Why do you want both? What do they have to do with each other?
I feel one goes with the other.
You do? You know, the MacBook Pro has a little camera on the inside. A camera's just a camera. I mean, that's like a big camera. That's not just like a little camera. Usually people want one or the other, so just you want both?
Well, my current laptop is 6 years old. It's pretty unreliable and slowing down. And with a new baby that just arrived early, I would like an easier-to-use camera that will take those perfect photos that I can then share with friends and family.
All right, you got it, sweetheart. $2,688. You show me the money.
All right. Our income is $8,477 a month combined.
Yeah.
We have $5,132 in expenses. Our debt for our mortgage is $301,000, and it's a 30-year fixed. For savings, we have $51,000 liquid, $72,000 investments, and $119,000 in retirement.
And you also have $24,000 in student loans.
That's right.
You forgot. Did you forget about those? I'll send you a picture of those student loans so you don't forget that you can then put on your computer to remind you that you have them. How are you going to pay for this?
Well, we are planning on putting that on credit card. That gives us cash back for all our purchases, and then we pay off our credit card bills each month through our savings account.
I got it. So you want to know, can you put this on for the next, for whatever you're going to do it, and can you afford it or not? You have been approved, girlfriend.
Yay,
you're
all right.
31 years of age. If you had called in and you were 51, oh, you would have been so denied. It's not even funny. Christina, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I want to join a sorority in college. The new member fee is $500 and then $300 for each semester. I've always wanted to join a sorority that values scholarship, leadership, and lasting friendships.
You know, when I went to college, I used to look at all those sorority girls and I thought, oh boy, I bet they're having so much fun all in that house, and they all looked so pretty and they all seemed to be doing so well, but I still did well even so. But let's see, Christina, how much money do you have? Show it to me.
Okay, I have a monthly income of $1,000. I have $115 in monthly expenses. I have no debt and I live on campus. I have $23,000 in liquid savings, $1,000 in investment, and $12,000 in retirement.
And how are you going to pay for this?
I plan to pay for it out of my $1,000 monthly income.
I just have to ask, what do you do to make that $1,000?
Well, my dad, he's in the military and he passed his GI Bill to me, so I receive $1,000 as a monthly stipend.
I got it. So it's not like you're really working for this money. Daddy's giving it to you, correct?
Yes.
Just so we're clear on the definition of work, girlfriend, you have been approved because Daddy is giving you the money and you have the money for it. And I love the reason why you want to go into a sorority. Russ, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Ross, what do you want to buy?
I'd like to spend $6,500 and take my family to Walt Disney World before my son leaves on a 2-year mission. My wife thinks we can't afford it, but I love you.
I see. So just because you love me, you want me to approve you to spend $6,500 to go to Disney World? How old are your kids?
They are, 16, 14, 12, and 8.
And between you and me, you're the one who loves Disney World, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, I had a feeling, my dear. Show me the money.
Our income is $5,311 a month combined. We have $4,768 in expenses. Our only debt is our mortgage of $193,000. That's a 30-year fixed. And in savings, We have $46,000 in liquid and $110,000 in retirement.
And where are you going to take this grand figure of $6,500 from?
We want to take $2,000 from our savings, and we're not going till next October, so we want to save up the rest.
And so that will bring you down to like $44,000. And the truth of the matter is 8 months of an emergency fund for you would only be $40,000. So you have been denied. And the reason is, listen, the magical kingdom when it comes to money isn't at play here. Why? You have not saved enough for your retirement. You are 42 years of age. You do not have nearly enough money in retirement than you need. You're not having a Roth IRA saving for it. Really, we don't have a good thing going. This is not Disneyland that you go to. You've got to live in reality, sweetheart. Anyway, Megan, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I want to buy a green show horse hunter jumper as an investment for additional income. Green meaning younger and minimal training.
Oh, because I was so afraid. Wait. I was so afraid that when you said green, I was going to literally see a green horse. And I was like,
No.
Show me a green horse. I've never seen a green horse. So green means what?
Minimal training and younger.
And younger. And so
Yeah.
it's your idea that you're going to buy this for yourself and you're going to, are you going to be the one who trains it?
Yes.
And then after you train it, are you going to sell it?
Yes.
And how much will you get for the horse if you sell it?
I hope to sell it for between $15,000 and $20,000.
Between $15,000 and $20,000. So just so I'm clear here and so you're clear, the way Suze Orman looks at life is I plan for the worst and I hope for the best. So in this situation, I'm seeing you want to spend $7,000, $5,000 to $7,000. So I'm going to assume it's going to be $7,000 on a horse. It will take you $1,000 a month in maintenance to train this horse. How many months will it take for you to train the horse before you can sell it?
I hope to sell it in between 3 to 6 months, and I've already worked out best case and worst case scenarios.
Got it. Show me the money.
All right, well, my take-home pay is $2,800 a month. My expenses are $2,305 a month, and that includes $540 a month in rent. I have no debt. In savings, I have $25,000, $14,000 in investments, and $10,000 in retirement.
And how are you going to pay for this?
I'm going to cash the investments.
So you're going to take all $14,000 at this point and you're going to cash it and you're going to go for it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you are denied. And
Okay.
let me tell you why, in my opinion, you are denied. You're going to spend $7,000, worst case, to get this horse. It will take 6 months for you, at least 3 to 6 months, maybe longer, to train this horse. That's $13,000. You are going to take that $13,000 in the hopes that you can sell it for $15,000. If it takes you longer than that, you're going to be in the hole. If the horse gets hurt, something's going to happen to it. Listen, you just don't have enough money at this moment in time. Natty, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Natty.
My husband and I want to celebrate me finishing 7 years of graduate school by going to back-to-back cruises, first in the Eastern Caribbean and then Western. We will be staying in the same boat and the same cabin, and this is like our last opportunity to go on a vacation like this before I start my medical residency. The cost altogether is about $6,000.
All right, so I get this. You have worked hard to be the doctor you want to be, and you want to take a little break after 7 years, $6,000. Show me the money, girlfriend.
Our income is $5,868 a month combined. Our expenses are $3,335, and that includes $1,200 a month for rent. We have no debt. And in savings, we have $94,000 liquid, $72,000 in investments, and $26,000 in retirement.
And how are you going to pay for this?
We're going to pay it out of savings liquid.
Out of savings, so $6,000 out of those $94,000. So here is the verdict. You're going to have to wait, because now what I want the viewers to do is give us their verdict. If you simply go to @Suze Orman Show on Twitter, if you think I should approve her, please tweet hashtag approved. If you think I should deny her, put hashtag denied. And then at the end of the show tonight, I will give you my final verdict. Want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment? All you have to do is go to my website, SuzeOrman.com, and you will find the information that you need to know there to come and play with me right here.
Next, I tackle trending topics in Ask Suze.
Debt is not what ruins somebody's credit. How you handle your debt is what ruins credit. And now's the time to get your viewer verdict in. Would you approve or would you deny? Tweet me at Suze Orman Show. Welcome back, everybody. Do you recognize this? This is where it all happens, or so they think, the people in this room. This is the control room at CNBC headquarters. So many ways for you to be part of the Suze Orman Show. Please take a look at your screen. You can send in an email. You can join me on Facebook. Or if you send in a tweet and put hashtag Ask Suze, it comes to us here. And if we choose it, your tweet will be on the air. Let's see what's trending right now. We have from D. Vandertuck. I have $80,000 in student loan debt, and my fiance has $4,000 in credit card debt. When we marry, will I ruin his credit with my debt? Debt is not what ruins somebody's credit. How you handle your debt is what ruins credit. If you're late in your payments, if you ignore it, if you go over credit limits. So if you just pay your student loan debt on time, consistently, you're not going to ruin your credit and you're not going to ruin his credit. If you didn't do so, your FICO score would go down. Then, if the two of you wanted to purchase something together like a home, if you happen to have a low FICO score, it's not going to ruin his credit, but the two of you will have to pay more in interest rates when you buy something together. So it could ruin your future in terms of what you can afford. Just stay on time and you will be just fine. Let's see what else is trending. At Keystar. When people call into the show, are they telling you their gross or net income? I see a lot of $10,000 and more earners. Well, my dear, they most certainly are telling us their take-home income, and that even includes the money that they have taken out for their 401ks or 403b, taxes, everything. It is what they are bringing home. Now, on certain times, you will see, like, can I afford it? An income that seems large, it's because we are including both of their incomes, not just one. So it is both their take-home incomes, but those numbers are absolutely true. Let's go to the Suze webcam. We have Christina come to us from New York. Girlfriend, ask me your question.
Hi, Suze. I'm a performer, and though I work a lot, I still live paycheck to paycheck. So, I have my student loans and credit debt, but some months I just can't pay my essential bills, my student loan, credit minimum. So I'm wondering what's the best way to prioritize my bills during those months.
All right, so Christina, when that happens to you, and believe me, it happens to everybody in today's economic environments, the number one bill that you have got to pay before any bill out there is your student loan debt. Because remember, student loans, in most cases, are not dischargeable in bankruptcy, and they just grow and grow and grow. So student loan debt, number one. After that, I have to tell you, it would be my utility bills and things that they could shut off that are essentials for you to live. The very last bill I would pay, bar none, believe it or not, would be my credit card debt bills, because those bills are unsecured debt. They cannot do anything to you. They can't come and take your car away. They can't seize anything. Obviously, if you don't pay them, if they choose to sue you, go to court and win, all right, what can they do? Maybe garnish your weight, whatever, but they're not going to go that far. So that would be the priority that I would do if I were you. All right, everybody, let's go back to the studio, and here's what's coming up next. Jessica wants to know, Suze,
how am I doing?
if I was going to give you a grade, nothing changes, as to can you retire at the age of 65? Was that just a little or a big oh no? And later, my final verdict for Natty. You still have time to get your viewer verdict in. Tweet #approved or #denied at Suze Orman Show. Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show.
Hi, Susie. I'm 48 and a single mom to twin girls. 13 years ago, I lost everything after a divorce and had to start over. I've raised my girls on my own without financial support. In a few years, they'll be going off to college, and although I want to help them financially, I need to make sure I'm taking care of myself. My goal is to retire at 65 and finally take a real vacation. Susie, how am I doing?
Jessica, welcome to the show. How are you tonight?
I'm good, Susie. Thank you.
Oh, sweetheart, did I hear that right? That it will be your first vacation? You're not going to take a vacation from now until you're 65, which is 17 years from now?
That's correct.
You are one hard-working woman. If you were going to give yourself a grade, given that you do everything exactly like you are doing it right now, you make no changes, what grade would you give yourself as to can you retire at 65?
That would have to be a C, Susie.
A C. Well, let's see what I think, but first let's show everybody your numbers. As you all heard, Jessica is 48 and she is a single mom. She has $114,000 in retirement, $52,000 in an emergency fund, $53,500 in investments. Her current home value is $650,000. No consumer debt. She does owe $371,000 on that home. So her total net worth is about $500,000. That's pretty good if you ask me, my dear Jessica. But let's look at her income versus her expenses. Her take-home income after everything is $6,000 a month. But she spends $5,280 a month, so we have $720 a month in excess that we can do something with. Jessica, if I was going to give you a grade, nothing changes, as to can you retire at the age of 65 and go on your first vacation, my grade to you would be an F. Ooh, was that just a little or a big oh no?
That's scary.
That's scary, and let me tell you why. You have to have a goal. What is it going to cost you at the age of 65 to retire when you're going to be responsible for your own health insurance, long-term care insurance, all these things? And I have given you a goal of about $6,000 a month. And right now, that's only a little bit above what you are currently paying because your home, if you stay there, isn't going to be paid off for years to come. If that is your goal and you continue to save the way that you're saving, after-tax money, not including Social Security that you will be getting, is only $1,820 a month from all your retirement plans, your investment plans. That leaves you almost $4,200 a month short of your goal. It doesn't even matter if you took Social Security, you're still not going to make it. But don't worry, my dear Jessica, because here is your way to an A. You are, as soon as you can, and you've been thinking about doing this anyway, and I want you to do this, you are going to sell that home. And you're going to buy a home outright for whatever the amount of money that you net from that house. If it's $300,000, that's what you're going to buy. If it's $350,000, that's what you are going to buy. So you're going to buy this home outright. That then will give you about $1,713 a month extra because that was your mortgage payment. You really will have more than that because you're not going to have as high of property taxes, insurance, because you're downsizing in terms of the home that you have. If you took that $1,700 a month along with the $720 a month that you have in excess right now, and you fully maxed out a Roth IRA and invested whatever was left every single month into no-load mutual funds or exchange-traded funds or high-yield dividend-paying stocks, and you did that all the time, did you know at the age of 65, after taxes, you would have $4,028 per month? But your goal is no longer $6,000 because you don't have a mortgage payment anymore. So you're at $4,000, you're making it. Now we're also of age, if you want to take Social Security, you can. And let's say you wait just another 1 or 2 years and you take Social Security at 67. Now you're at $5,800 a month of after-tax income. Hey, if you wait to take Social Security till you are 70, you are now at $6,333 a month in totality of after-tax income. Are we sounding better to you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
But here's what else you have to do. You have got to get smart and stop leasing a Mercedes. It is such a waste of money, I cannot even tell you. And if you really want to hit it out of the ballpark, so you can take big vacations every single year, wait until you are 67 to retire. Did you approve or deny? My final verdict for Natty is next. Natty, are you ready for my final verdict?
I'm ready.
Now it's time for my Can I Afford It final verdict. Welcome back, everybody. Earlier, 26-year-old Natty asked me if she could afford to spend $6,000 to take back-to-back Caribbean cruises before she begins her medical residency.
My husband and I want to celebrate me finishing 7 years of graduate school by going to back-to-back cruises, first in the Eastern Caribbean and then Western. We will be staying in the same boat and the same cabin, and this is like our last opportunity to go on a vacation like this before I start my medical residency.
I asked you all to tweet your viewer verdict. Natty is back with me now. So, Natty, let's remind everyone of what you have. You have $5,900 a month of income, expenses of only $3,300 a month. You have no debt, which I just have to say, going to medical school, that is so impressive. How did you do that, by the way?
I have a scholarship.
A scholarship. So you are smart, smart, smart. $94,000 in savings, $72,000 in investments, and $26,000 in retirement. Natty, are you ready for my final verdict?
I'm ready.
Girlfriend, I know you're young, but you are smart. You have saved the money. You are doing extraordinarily well, if you ask me. And when you become a doctor, you're really going to be doing well. So therefore, you have been approved. So I hope you have the time of your life.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, are you having the time of your life? Do you know what to do with your money? That is what happens every single week on the Suze Orman Show. Come back next Saturday night, but until then, there's only one thing that I want you to remember when it comes to your money, and it is this: people first, then money, then things. Now you stay safe.